Opening scene. I'm sat with Ziggy and Nathan and Bob down Three Horseshoes in Frampton, which is a typical British village. Ziggy, Bob are typical bikers, big and hairy. Nathan is probably more of your stereotypical target market audience that you're looking to expand into. He's a bit younger, same age as me, bit of disposable income. I turn to Ziggy and Bob saying, right, screw it, let's ride. I mount up the street glide, started up. The village is throbbing with the low hum of the V-twin. A few seconds later, Ziggy starts up his 883. It's got fishtails, it's got big ape hangers, and finally Nathan and Bob join the chorus. Nathan on his 1200 stock Sportster, and Bob's got a Jap Custom. In unison, we pull away and drive in formation slowly down the Frampton Village Green, which is the longest village green in England. The village is echoing with the sounds of the low humming from the V-twins. One by one, they pull away. Ziggy first, and then Nathan, and then Bob, leaving me to ride alone down the Perryway. The sunlight filtering through the trees. Then I open up the engine and drive off to start my journey. This is just the opening scene. I mean, okay, my name's Dave. I've been riding bikes ever since I was 16. Been riding scooters, passed my bike test before my car test when I was 18. Passed my car test when I was 19. Obviously, the first few bikes were 125s. Then I moved on to, when I passed my test, a CX 500, which is not exactly the prettiest of motorbikes, but I still had dreams of chopping it and turning it into a cruiser. When I moved to India in 2004, I lived in India for 6 years, been driving bikes all throughout my time in India. I had an Enfield called Doris, so if I won this competition, then the street glide would be also called Doris. The Enfield, trusty friend, many biking trips to random remote villages in India. I lived in northern India. Also, while I was in India, I was a professional photographer, so you can expect to see stunning vistas, little villages in southern France with market stalls, the people that are there, the food, the fantastic food that I'm eating. I intend to take like an Elinchrom and a power pack, Elinchrom head and power pack, so that I can get some fantastic shots of the street glide in front of beautiful vistas, and perhaps in front of some of the monuments that I encounter on the way, things like Glastonbury Tor, Monaco, some of the streets of Monaco, parked up with perfect lighting. I am a marketing assistant. I've been in marketing now. Well, technically I was in marketing when I was in India as well, mainly marketing comms. So I know what it is to write a good blog, to create captivating prose that is web friendly, search engine optimization friendly. So I also know about what it entails to be part of the Harley Davidson PR and marketing machine. It'll be a long ride. It'll be flipping amazing. And I'd love the chance to do it. My intended route is probably nipping from England, stop in a couple of the iconic, what I see as iconic places in England, which is not your typical view, or what a foreigner would have as a typical view of England, i.e. London, York, things like this. I'll stop at places like Glastonbury, probably some of the Malvern Hills in Wales, before I nip over to Ireland. I mean, I went over to Ireland about 10 years ago to see my friend in Malin Head, which is the most northerly point, and the countryside through Ireland is fantastic. I intend to do like a quick trip of Southern Ireland, stopping around seeing a few friends as well. I mean, the coastlines and the hills and everything, it's great. Like they say, it's the green and pleasant land. Back through into Wales, obviously with the ferry. Back through England, stopping off at, say, Glastonbury, the Glastonbury tour. Obviously, a lot of shots through the Cotswold Hills. I mean, I grew up in the Cotswold Hills, and it's fantastic scenery. Little country lanes, little winding country lanes, things like this. Drop down onto the south coast, across, take the ferry into France. The route is... I mean, it's still quite open. I'm still trying to work it out. I mean, the initial intended route was down the southwestern coast of France. I mean, I remember trips there when I was very little with my family, and the countryside was absolutely fantastic. Into northern Spain. I pretty much do the loop of Spain through Portugal, down onto the south coast of Spain. I've got some friends there as well, so they can show me some of the local villages, the delicacies of the Spanish cuisine, some of the local sights and sounds. Up the eastern coast of Spain, stopping in Barcelona, actually Madrid as well. I remember I did a trip to Madrid again about 10 years ago, and beautiful city, great nightlife. And into Barcelona, northern France, across through like sort of Switzerland, Monaco. Again, this is where it gets hazy. That's great. Italy, northern Italy, Milan, places like this. Again, I was intending to do a route up through Poland, Germany, nip into Denmark. Some of the Eastern European countries as well, because again I haven't been there. Finland, Sweden, Norway. I wanted to do a big long trip there. I mean, the fjords and everything are fantastic, and I'd just love to drive through there. It kind of reminds me of when I drove through on a motorbike through southern New Zealand. I mean, this is the image that I've got in my head. It's maybe a bit of fantasy, but some of the sort of fjords would be like Milford Sound. I drove there on what was it, 750? I can't remember what it was again. 10 years ago, 750 sports bike, and the views were fantastic. The countryside was amazing, and I intend to get picked up. This is going to be a bit random. Picked up by my dad in Norway. I mean, he sells yachts and everything like this, so if you could pick me up on one of the yachts he sells on the bike, you can get some fantastic photographs from that as well. Then you could drop me off in Holland, and I could drive back through Belgium and France to England and the UK. It is a bit of a mishmash route, but I mean, it was a little bit late. My friend told me about the Harley competition yesterday morning, so I've quickly knocked this video up for you. So I hope this is all good. As you can see, I'm just about to go to work. I've got my shirt and tie on, and I've got my old biking jacket on as well, just to kind of complete the ensemble. And thank you very much.